Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going back into the monthly event quest. This is chapter 2.1 with the Ghost Rider boss, and he's got some interesting nodes on this one. It's got Prey in the Weak, Brute Force, Stung once, Twice Shy, so you gotta watch out with those specials once you reach your special bar. Thermostat, Hard Knock Life, and then Stun Vulnerability. So the node that I hate the most in this game, or one of them, is Thermostat, just because, I don't know, I mean, if you don't bring somebody that is Incinerate and Cold Snap immune, you basically have to work around that, and with this having Hard Knock Life, with your ability accuracy being reduced with each parry block, sometimes when you need a block to reduce that thermostat charge, it can be kind of annoying. So first I'm going to go in with Clairvoyant. She is bleed immune, and as is in her first state, as is Ghost Rider, and so that's going to help get some extra power. I will be able to heal on my special 2s. You can see, like, when I do a heavy, I gain a big burst of power, but I'm almost at full Clairvoyant charges. I'm at 19 right now. So once I get to 20, I won't get that extra power when I put bleeds on. But basically, I'm just trying. It's a little bit of slow play, and then getting some blocks off, and then kind of waiting out that Stung once, Twice Shy, because you don't want to get power stung. I'm not certain how bad the power sting is. I think I used a special maybe once on one of the fights towards the end, and it did kill me with Magik, but a little preview on that one. But I think it's pretty decent sting. Maybe if you were full health, it wouldn't be too bad. But that disorient from the Hard Knock Life can get a little bit annoying. Here I'm just going to try to get to a special 2 while Death Touch is up. No, I missed it. I thought I was going to get there. Didn't. Would have got a decent heal. And there we get to a special 2. Death Touch is gone, so I'm just going to get a regular heal. No, I'm going to get to special 3. I think I'm actually just going to finish him off with a special 3. And get him while he's stunned. Yeah, and I think this kills him off. So stun vulnerability is nice, but to get those stuns, you're going to be placing, those Hard Knock Lives on you. Clairvoyant did the job. It wasn't too bad. No hits, but I did take some block damage and some brute force damage. But sometimes when you got enough of those Hard Knock Lives on there and you're trying to get like a parry in to reset the brute force timer, it can fail because of that disorient. But yeah, so next up I'm gonna go in, I think this is the Magik one. I did bring Warlock along to help with the limbo, where if she's in limbo on her special attacks are like, I think it's a 60% increase attack, so she hits pretty dang hard. And yeah, so I mean, basically you just really want to try to get his health down. If you the less health he has, the less brute force damage you can take. And so I'm going to be throwing off some specials here because I need to keep those thermostat charges down. And you can only take so many blocks. See there, oh, there's the Incinerate. So Incinerate took about almost half my health because I wasn't paying attention to that thermostat timer. So here I'm trying to wait out that power sting and then intercept him with an L2. And yeah, you just really gotta be mindful of the thermostat and then those power stings. I mean, it's not the most difficult fight, but I just feel like there's just so much to keep track of in this fight. Between those 4 nodes, brute force, the disorients that you get from a parry, and possibly having your parry stuns fail, the thermostat, and then the power sting when you get to each special bar. So you can see those disorients too. See right there, I think I threw a special right when I got the power sting, just forgetting that I would get stung, and yeah, that killed me. But those disorients, the block damage that you take, it's pretty significant. I mean, one way to kind of get around all that is to just kind of dance around and hit into the block. That would work. You can use champs that don't need to stun. Maybe like Ghost would probably be really good for this as well. You can phase, gain a lot of power. Yeah, but you see I'm going in with Doom. I don't think, it doesn't really look like the damage is enhanced when it's the passive stun. I'll have to see again if I do a shock and a heavy, because the heavies didn't look that crazy. Yeah, 6,500. I don't know. That well, maybe. No, that one definitely was 20. That was 20k. So maybe it is. Maybe I was just underestimating how much damage I was getting. But Doom obviously works pretty well. He cleans up this Ghost Rider. And then I'm gonna go in. Who else do I use? I think I'm going with SheHulk next. SheHulk, Mr. Fantastic, and Void are the champs that I use to do the other 3 attempts. So there's 5 pass. As far as the pass go, the lanes have it's the Mystic lanes, and Clairvoyant does an awesome job on the lanes. So does Doom. A lot of the Mystics that can nullify. I have Claire and Ghost Rider. I would have brought in Mojo as well, but he was stuck in Alliance War on defense. He does really well on the lane with getting rid of the Unstoppables with the Clairvoyant Ghost Rider synergy. But here I'm going to go in with SheHulk. I do apply a couple pre-fights for Mr. Fantastic just because I do have the synergy going on where for each debuff up to 3, you will get a power sting, a passive power sting. So that's going to help with the damage that you can deal when Ghost Rider throws a special of his own. And yeah, so far so good. SheHulk, I just awakened her this past month with the shattered crystals from the February event. I actually pulled a 6-star, got lucky again, and I already had her at rank 2, and so I think I'll be using her a lot more. She is a really solid champ. And here I'm trying to play around those thermostats, throw off a big special, get some power stings, and yeah, she takes care of this Ghost Rider really easily. The power sting stuff does help quite a bit, and then when you see those heavies with the stun vulnerability, they can do some decent damage. So yeah, so that fight went really well, pretty easy. And next up, we're gonna go back in with pretty much the same team that we had on the path, and but this time we're gonna use Mr. Fantastic, and so he still will get the power stings from the synergy that he and SheHulk has, and you can throw in Doc Ock, Sentry, or Vulture. They're the other options for this Power Sting synergy. But yeah, Mr. Fantastic is good because basically I'm going to try to get this Ghost Rider to throw 3 special ones to get that passive power special 1 vulnerability, the study passive, and that'll make his L1s weak, kind of boost my power gain that I get, and yeah, we're just gonna go to town on this dude. A lot of parry heavy, but you can see like the block damage you start taking when you hit 4 or 5, you know, maybe 6. I'm trying to get some heavies off on countering his heavy, but that kick is just out of reach. I probably should have whipped a light and then came in with the heavy. The brute force goes off. I'm trying to get this guy to throw a special one. I think he takes forever. There, he finally throws. I think I'm going to try to wait till he throws another one. Or maybe I throw an L3. There we go. He throws L1 and then I throw the L3. So now he's got that L1 study passive. I'm going to get the Fury from the L3. Get a little bit of extra power gain while he's got that L1 locked down on him. And yeah, Mr. Fantastic, if you play him right, he can do really well. I mean, this kind of slower play and then that disorient doesn't lend the best for him because you do like to do a lot of parry heavy. At least I do with him to get those big foot stomps to the face. Yeah, so he's got a bunch of debuffs. So like when he throws a special, let's see how much this special sting was. Yeah, that was for 15,000. So it's pretty substantial amount of damage right there. So I'm just gonna like spam some more special ones so I can get the Fate Seal and the taunt on him, and hopefully he will keep throwing specials, and then I'll get that power sting damage. Yeah, those disorients you miss. You don't miss the parries, but you miss the stun that goes along with it. There we get another special 2 off, some power sting damage. Yeah, so Mr. Fantastic is plenty capable of doing this fight very well. Granted, I do have synergies on, but I mean, as far as the paths go, I mean, my Clairvoyant, she pretty much clears the whole path, most of the path. Almost all the paths just by herself, so she's great. I think, do we finish him off with an L3? No, just miss it. And then I'm evading and can't get the parry stun on there. There we go, finish him off. So yeah, Mr. Fantastic works, does well. And then last up, we're going to use Void. Now, the one thing that I forgot about Void, and I just being dumb just because, is the Thermostat. It applies a Cold Snap or an Incinerate, and the Incinerate is when you get to the max 20 temperature on the Thermostat. The Cold Snap is when you get down to 0. So unless you're blocking like a ton, they won't come into play. So, but if you just go to town with an Incinerate immune, and that's probably what I should have done, and now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't think of that. But if you use Incinerate immune champs, you can just go to town and get up to 20. You won't take any Incinerate damage, and yeah. But I think I was just kind of locked in thinking, don't get to 20. But if I got to 20, it wouldn't matter. So Incinerate immune champs. I would have brought Torch, but he was in Alliance War on attack, and just even though Ghost Rider is Incinerate immune, getting a pre-fight, he would melt this Ghost Rider, and if he didn't have the pre-fight available, just get to a special 3, and then by that time, you've built up so many smolders that he should melt super fast. But yeah, other Incinerate immunes, Havoc would do well. trying to think who else is Incinerate immune. It'd be interesting to see Super Scroll on this, maybe. Maybe he's Incinerate immune. But yeah, so Void, and I do have the Mr. Fantastic. I did apply pre-fights, but those fell off. But I have that power sting synergy still active, so getting some extra damage when he throws specials. Yeah, so I'm slow playing this right now, which is not necessary. You can definitely get to the 20 and not have any problems with avoiding the Incinerate damage because Void's Incinerate immune. But do get the solo, and yeah, that's all we got for this 2.1 Ghost Rider boss. Hope some of this helps, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.